And is the bubble about to burst on Greater Vancouver real estate? More proof that it's at least deflating. We'll explain why we may be heading for a buyer's market when the news hour continues. Vancouver's real estate market isn't exactly crashing, but the numbers are definitely on a downward trend. And Deb has more in tonight's Insight. Deb.
Chris, according to the latest figures released by the Greater Vancouver Real Estate Board, housing prices have dropped 2.8% since the spring. And while the average price of a house is still higher this year over last, the number of homes listed for sale and sold have declined. But as Catherine Pope reports, the cooling trend has a silver lining.
Oh, the view is unbelievable. It's unobstructed, 360 view of Vancouver.
This luxury condo in West Van sold for $1.7 million 3 years ago. Today, it's listed for $300,000 less.
It is the best deal in the properties right now for the price.
It is a buyer's market, and the latest figures from the Real Estate Board confirm it. Metro Vancouver housing sales have dropped 36% compared to August of last year. Housing prices are down too, but only by 2.8% since the spring. The benchmark price of a home now at $576,000. And so there are questions. Could the real estate bubble be bursting? This week, the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives concluded 6 cities are due for a U.S.-style housing market collapse. However, most economists disagree.
I don't foresee a housing recession in the next while, rather more of a housing slowdown, a housing adjustment phase, not a real serious downturn.
What you'd have to have in place right now to get a really sharp downturn in prices, because I think that's what people are concerned about, is significant increases in interest rates. And there aren't any credible forecasters who are looking at large increases in interest rates. So that's the one thing. The other thing you could have is a complete meltdown in Western economies.
Agents say people are still buying if the property is priced right.
They just got more choice. They can take a little bit more time to purchase the property. They don't have to rush into anything, and they can get a good deal. And who doesn't love a good deal?
And more now on that report released by the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives that's painting quite a dark picture of the real estate market right now. As mentioned in Catherine's story, the report indicates that there could be a correction, or in the worst case scenario, the real estate bubble could burst in all 6 of Canada's major cities. Vancouver taking the brunt, possibly seeing a 30% drop in prices over 3 years. Now, Canada has only had 3 bubbles. Toronto experienced a large one in 1989, while Vancouver has had 2, one in 1981 and another in 1994. But as Catherine said, not everyone agrees with the findings of this report. Others say that while prices are likely to drop, it's less of a bust and more of a cyclical downturn. Chris, I guess we'll see what happens over the next couple of years.
All right, a lot of people will be watching those numbers for sure. Thanks a lot, Deb.